all the Easter eggs from last year. All the signs were there. Perhaps not Carlos signs in 2025, but the signs were
Honey,
there.
are you a comedian? Because I know
No,
you're a
I'm
scientist,
not,
but
but you
you
know I
should be a
try.
comedian.
Welcome back to Beyond the Formula, where 1644 girlies come to cry. My name is Kimmy.
And I'm KC.
And we are here to bring you a we hope, mini emergency podcast because Sir Lewis Hamilton has done something, has he not?
He has done
Has he
something that
not?
nobody has ever even thought possible. Especially
That
not the
man.
1644 girls, right?
I cannot believe that from our last episode where I said, oh, I would love to have 1644 on a team. The day we launch our first episode, 1644 get announced as teammates in 2025. Absurd. How has this
not
happened to
next
us?
level manifesting? Next level manifesting. Also, universe, thank you for telling us that we need to be creating this podcast, because if there was a sign, that was the loudest one we could have ever asked for. Because I don't know about you, when we launched on like Wednesday my time, Thursday your time, I was like, they're either going to hate us or love us. We're kind of the no in between. There's not gray area with us. And waking up, because I went to sleep, I posted it and I said,
we girl bossed a bit too close to the sun. I must say.
Hands down.
And you know what? Thank you. Let's start off with that. Thank you so much, everyone, for the love that you've shown us since our launch.
Yes.
We cannot thank you enough for all the good things that you've said about us. To have people say that it sounds like it's just two best friends in a room talking about Formula One, and you guys feel like you're in the room with us. Perfect. That's what we wanted.
Exactly. And it just warms my heart, because I think everybody should know we had like 3 conversations before our first podcast, and that's like 3 conversations like on the phone or like FaceTiming, and they were short. They were just short, like, hey, we should probably like talk. And the fact that you guys felt like we're all just friends just goes to show you like this connection that we have is real, and it's like something that we could have never dreamt of. And again, we are so grateful that you guys get us, because it's a hate or love situation. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you're going to love us, or maybe we're in the gray area. Cause I know some people are like, oh, they're okay. When I'm bored, I'll listen to them. We're not those people. Like, you're going to hate us or love us. And you guys have said so many kind words. So thank you.
We love you. We love you
but
so,
also,
so much.
Kimmy is kind of she has psychic ability. We now know that. So you guys better tune in, because she knows.
I actually have a crystal ball behind me. You see how I've switched out my Mercedes car for a Ferrari car, because we're embracing the Ferrari life now. It's actually a secret crystal ball.
I don't know if you've noticed my outfit. Oh yeah, I don't know if you noticed my outfit.
I love to see it. We have changed her, everybody. Sir Lewis Hamilton, you've made an impact. I've made an impact. She's a Ferrari girl now, everybody.
I am.
We love it.
Let me tell you. And
I'm loving this outfit.
I didn't believe it. And okay, so this is vintage from like 1990, or no, I'm lying, 2000, the 2000s, like 2002, 2003. 2002 is when they signed with, where's it at? Vodafone. That's when in Bridgestone. So that's when they signed with Ferrari and came in for a 3-year deal. And I was searching online, vintage stores and everything, and I found a raincoat, and I was like, I think this fits perfectly, because there's going to be so many tears.
Perfect for a Tifosi, which you will soon be. Because you can just wipe the tears off. Just wipe them off.
They just propel off. And then like when we win the race, I can just unzip it, and I'm like, yeah, but then I'm like all dry underneath. Because
but isn't it hot? Isn't it hot in Miami?
Yes. Yeah, because underneath it's not just like a black shirt, or I didn't just throw this on. Oh, look, listen.
Excuse me.
From like 20 years ago is still working, because 20 years ago stuff was made right.
Oh, absolutely it was. What are you wearing under there? Oh my God.
This is the matching. Oh my God, it's literally stuck. Let me tell you, vintage is great, guys. And I feel like it totally fits our brand, because we're all about recycling and like Lewis
Reuse, recycle,
Hamilton's
babes.
vibes. Yeah, you know, like let's like
We're all
not
about that
create more
sustainability
waste.
life.
So this is the racing shirt that the drivers wore. It's cute, right? Like it's cute.
I love
They look
this.
cute.
I love this so much.
Puma,
You
I
look
think this was
great,
like their
girl.
Puma collab, the first one
Okay, okay.
of Ferrari. I think it was the first year. I can't promise you that's what they told me, but I did get like a new hat, as you can tell, because this is new hat branding. Because you can't wear a hat that somebody else has worn.
Ew,
It's
that would
gross.
be no.
It's gross. It's gross.
We're all
It's
about
gross. It's
sustainability, but
gross. So
not to that point.
yeah. Yeah, but it's
Personal
still
hygiene
kind of
matters.
hot. It's still kind of hot because it's Miami, you know, like it's
Yeah.
hot here,
Welcome to
even in
Miami. I mean,
February.
I
So I
didn't
feel like
realize
I
it was
should
that hot
take,
in Miami in February.
yeah, so I
Oh
feel
my
like I
God.
should just like
No, don't
take,
tell me. Oh my
oh,
God. You're like a
oh,
little Ferrari babushka doll right now. Like, it's just
I
like we're
am.
unpacking you. We're
I was
unpacking
like,
you.
listen, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I'm not going to go buy brand new merch because obviously I'm going to have to buy new merch next year because I need a 44. So I went vintage. So we went from Puma and in 2000, I believe 2, 3, and 4. This is when this was used to 2001. And
Look at the
I
shock
had
on my
no
face.
idea. Like, it's so cute. It's like
This is
pristine. Like
too
I could
good.
go work. This is back when like chain smoking was great
Oh, yeah.
and Fila shoes were
Skinny.
the thing. Fun fact, I had Fila basketball shoes growing up. It was my favorite thing, but I
Dude,
had no
Fila,
idea.
staple. Staple back in the day. Where'd they go? Bring them back, I say. Bring Fila
Yes,
back.
and
And
also Bridgestone, both of them, Bridgestone. If you guys know a fun fact about Bridgestone, during the Indianapolis Grand Prix,
yes,
half of the cars could not work. And Bridgestone worked, though. It was Michelin tires that were
they
complete to
slayed.
it. But
They
Bridgestone,
slayed.
yes.
We love them for that. And is that
So,
a red lip I
yeah.
noticed, Miss Ma'am?
Yeah. Okay,
Excusez-moi.
I don't. I mean, I feel like I had to like do it 100 because
Oh, yeah.
Lewis, I'm your girl. Like I am a ride or die. I never thought I'd be Tifosi, but I have embraced it full on. But I need some tips with the red lip because we were running late on the podcast and it's probably like still in my hands if you see it. I apologize because I have no idea how to put on a red lip and not let it get everywhere. So
You know what?
if I'm gonna
You're doing
be
a great
like
job.
out here, thank you. If I'm gonna be out here, please send tips, DM in the DMs on how to keep this lip looking like Taylor Swift kissing Travis Kelce, please.
I don't know
Because
how
I'm gonna
she
be
does
kissing
it. That woman
somebody.
is a superstar with the red lip. Okay, we love that.
Yes.
Good for you, Taylor.
Yes.
Give us some tips. Why
I
don't you come on the
mean,
podcast? I sound like Kris
yeah.
Jenner. Why don't you just call Taylor
Right?
up?
Right. Speaking of that, I think we need to call Lewis up or like at least DM him because you have offered to give me Italian lessons because you
Yes.
speak Italian. I need to know about this because I got to tell you, I didn't know. I had no idea
My
until you're
secret
like, until I
talent.
posted my story and you're like, I was like, we need an Italian tutor and you DM me. And I was like, Kimmy, she's a scientist. She's brilliant. She's funny. She loves Lewis. She brought
You're
me into
killing me. You're
1644
killing me.
and she speaks Italian. And so I think we should have an Italian lesson and just DM Lewis to invite him. Like we'll send him a link and be like, hey, if you're free, join us
We're doing some
completely.
lessons. Come and join. Exactly. I'll
Right?
get my
It's
mom to send me
harmless.
my textbooks. So I learned
Yeah.
Italian for so long. I have so many textbooks, Lewis. They're really easy to understand. Don't worry. I got both of you down absolutely 100. The funniest thing happened to me when I was actually coming back from Abu Dhabi. So there was this Italian family on the plane and they couldn't speak a lick of English. And they were like trying to get somebody to understand them, like as in the air hostesses. And I was like, I can help you. And then so I'm speaking to them and I thought that was it, right? But then every single time the air hostesses needed to speak to them, they would wake me up. I was sleeping. They'd wake me
Oh my
up
God.
from my slumber to translate for these people. And you know what? I was like, this just cements me as a tifosi. This just cements me as one of them. And now you're going to be one of them too. I
Yes.
absolutely cannot wait. Lewis Hamilton, what
Yeah.
have you done? You absolutely bombarded our launch day. We forgive you because we love you, of course, but
Yes.
you done did it.
Yeah, she gave me a heart attack because I went to sleep thinking, great podcast. They're going to love us or hate us. And to a million messages in DMs and did you see the news? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, because I edited this. What
She slayed so
did we
hard.
say something? Right. But like, I was like, did I say something? Like, what? Did I not edit something out? Like, do people really hate us? And then you said, did you see the news? And I was like, okay, she would have told me if it was like about us.
If it was
And
about
then
our
I was
podcast, I would have
like,
called you up. I would have been like, wake up.
unfortunately, I'm the psycho that has do not disturb on when I sleep, so you can't wake me.
Damn it, I would have found your friend's number somewhere and I would have been like, wake up. But yes,
You
Louis,
know, yeah.
you killed me. Could not believe it. I could not sleep. I could not concentrate at work the next day because for once in an Australian's life, the news dropped at an appropriate time where I could see Sky Sports going live to say, rumors are Lewis Hamilton is moving to Ferrari. And the whole day I was like, there's no way. There's no way. We've already been through this rumor. It's not happening again. Um, this time it was real. Like when Sky Sports, Sky News said it, I was like, oh my God. And one meme that I found bloody hilarious was Sky News is moving like they moved when the Queen died. Like it was that impactful. I was like,
I
oh my
didn't see that one.
God,
That was good. That's
that
good. That's
got
good.
me. I was like, hello, yes. And then I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep. Woke up the next morning. My phone's blowing up. Everyone on TikTok is commenting, being like, they confirmed it. They confirmed it. And I was like,
Yeah.
as a
So I guess you got,
44 girly, dead. I'm dead. You're speaking to my ghost.
yeah. Yeah, so I guess like you got the initial news and it was during your time and I woke up to like chaos and then you went to sleep and then I was there for the confirmation of like, no, this is actually happening. And I was like, no freaking way. The whole time I'm like refreshing. I'm like, then it's like nobody's saying anything. Nobody. And then I think the first thing I saw was that Mercedes called like an emergency meeting. And I was like, it's happening. It's gotta be it.
Yeah,
Why would there
absolutely.
be
Yeah,
emergency meeting? It would just be an email
exactly.
otherwise, right?
That
And
could
then
have
it
been
was
an email.
confirmed. And yeah, right. And I
Sweating,
was like, how?
sweating.
What is happening? Like what unit we just
Yeah.
crossed over timelines. We crossed over
Yeah.
timelines. I was like, I can't be a Ferrari girl. I don't want to cry.
Oh,
I
but you
cry
are now.
enough.
You
I
are
am.
our
I am
Ferrari babushka
clearly,
doll,
clearly.
as you've just demonstrated for us. But we're all about the Ferrari life now. We love it. We love it.
But like as a 1644 girl, do you feel like you manifested this too hard? And is it going to be a mistake because is Charles going to step back and be a number two?
I don't know. I don't know because I know there's definitely gonna be friction for sure. Because Charles and Lewis, my boys, I love you, but you both have the same winning mindset. You want to be winners. Lewis, don't think I did not notice that you have chosen to end your career at Ferrari to make, shall I say, 8 championships, to make it nine championships plus
Nine.
more because multi-year. We don't know. He said, I'm going to go to Ferrari at the end of my career and I'm going to break Michael Schumacher's record at the place where he
At
created
Ferrari.
probably the greatest legacy and say,
Yes.
hello, I'm here. And you know what, Lewis? I see you, but I can also see that there is a young man, same age as myself, who has big dreams and big goals, who wants a championship. He's hungry for that championship. So I don't know how it's going to go down. There's going to be friction because the girls are going to fight. But I think Charles wants this fight. Charles loves Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis is there to,
Yeah.
you've seen the way that they interact. Like he
Yes.
loves
Yeah.
Charles so much. And I think I'm so ready for this because it's not going to be like a Nico and Lewis thing. It's going to be
Right.
Charles, Lewis mentoring someone into something great whilst also winning. So I have hope that the relationship will stay strong, but I'm also a bit scared. I can't lie. I'm scared. What about
I
you? How do you feel
I
as a new 1644 girly?
It's a lot. It's a lot because, as you know, in the last episode, I
Mm-hmm.
talked about how I believe Carlos was the better driver. But I also did see a meme or someone tweet something that said, "This is the best driver. This will be the best team ever if we have Carlos as the strategist and Leclerc and Lewis as the drivers. Like
Not
nobody will
Carlos
beat
as
them."
their
And
strategist. No.
I'm like, I mean, for 1 year it might work, and then he goes to Audi,
Absolutely.
perhaps. But
Absolutely. I'm down.
I think that Charles will like step back into that second seat. I do, because he
Okay.
looks up to Lewis and he
Yep.
understands that there are things that he needs to learn just by being teammates with Carlos and understanding strategy calls
Mm-hmm.
and what he needs to be the best, because
Yes.
Leclerc is talent, like pure raw
Absolutely
talent.
talented.
And that is what Lewis was. But Lewis learned to turn that into the learning part that Carlos has. So I think that he'll step back. And I honestly don't think that there will be much tension.
I
I
can only
don't.
pray. I've prayed for times like these. I have
I
wanted this. I never thought that it would be real. I never in my wildest dreams thought
and
that
me
this
neither.
day
I
would
was
come. I
like,
just said it
no
in
way,
passing.
no.
I just said it in passing. And
But
to have it come true,
Manifesting
insane.
101,
Insane.
Kimmy's online course coming to you soon.
And I'll bring in my special guest, Fred Vasseur, because his manifestation routine is
Yeah.
also slaying. He is now going to be team principal of both his favorite people. From his McLaren days, Lewis, you could tell the love was
Yes.
there. And the way
Yes.
that he was with Charles at
Mm-hmm.
Sauber. Oh,
Yes.
I love it.
I think that was put into his head like back when the pictures came out of like the arm grabs that we saw, and people were like, "Oh, what is that?" And the picture, and we're like, "Oh, what is that?" And then Charles being asked, "Oh, who's your ideal teammate?" And he's like,
Yes.
"Hello, Lewis."
Hello,
And we were all like,
Lewis.
"Oh, that's so funny." Like love
So
rumors.
cute.
And but I think that part of the year, I think they went to him with a really good
Oh, yeah.
proposal to come. But Lewis obviously wanted to stay with Mercedes because he said
Absolutely.
it so many times, right? Um, and I think that then Ferrari said, okay, we need to put everything together to offer him something.
Exactly.
And then
And they did. They
see.
did.
And that's
Lewis
why
went
Lewis had the
into Christmas
out.
break. Yeah, Lewis went into Christmas break thinking, I want to be with Mercedes. I want to end my
Yep.
career with them. I want to get my last championship with them. And to hear Toto Wolff say it was always going to end by the end of 2025, which makes me think, oh my God, you were just going
Saying,
to get rid of
oh,
him.
angry. So angry.
Exactly. There were
Like Alonso
definitely
and Alpine.
cracks there. And we've spoken
Mm-hmm.
about this, you and I. There were definitely cracks there, to the point where John Elkann stepped in with Fred Vasseur and said, listen, we've been trying to get you for so long, but we love you and we want you at this team. And we are willing to do everything in our power to have you at Ferrari.
Yeah.
Because I said that if the rumors are true and Lewis is to go to Ferrari, the first thing he's going to do is diversify that team. And John
Yes.
Elkann has come out
Yeah.
and said, he has said, I am going to invest in Lewis's diversity plan. And I think that's such a special thing. They've clearly come out and been like, we love you, Lewis. We want you here. We want you to be part of our family. And it had to have been everything Lewis has
Yes.
ever wanted for him to say
Yes.
yes. Because he has spoken about how he never got the opportunity to drive for Ferrari in his career, and he didn't
Yeah.
understand why. And now he has that opportunity. He has the chance to create the greatest legacy at the end of his career. I love to see it.
Absolutely. And I think it's also like, how can Ferrari say like they have the greatest legacy of all time and not have the greatest driver of all time ever race for them? Right. Because at the end of the day, you can say Lewis doesn't have
Hmm.
8 championships. He's tied with Michael, but like he is the greatest. He is.
Yes,
I'll die on that hill every day of the week.
right
And
there with you.
and you can't be the greatest team if you didn't have like one of the greats. And for you to understand that he wanted that opportunity, like give it to him. And people are complaining,
Exactly.
oh, $100 million. That's what Ferrari thought that he was worth. Because I don't think
Exactly.
that they needed to give him $100 million a year to go
No
there.
way.
They
No
gave
way at
they
all.
could have gave him diversity, his legacy, like those things, because yes, he would make $50 million or whatever a year, but like $100 million, he doesn't need it. And that all, and
No.
I think we talked about this, is going to be divested into his diversity programs. Like Mission
Exactly.
44, hello, you're getting a big payday in 2025.
Exactly. He won't use that on himself. He has enough money. He knows he has enough
Yeah.
money. He's going to
Yeah.
use that for others. He's going to use it for the diversity. He's going to use it for philanthropy. He's going to just be
Yeah.
out there. And I hate that people are now saying that Charles is there for Ferrari, but Lewis is just there for the big paycheck. No, he's not. You clearly
You
don't
think
understand Lewis Hamilton if that's what you're thinking, but we
exactly.
do.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And when you look at everything as a whole, that he is now literally at the point of changing Formula One. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ferrari is Formula One, Formula One is Ferrari. If you solidify the diversity programs, everything about his legacy with Ferrari, you're now taking everything that most of the white rich people who try to run this sport hate about Lewis, and now it
Yes,
is Formula One. Like he has made it. Everything that he fought for, it is now part of Formula One, because Mercedes might disappear, Red Bull might disappear, all these teams, McLaren, Ferrari's not going anywhere. And once they
never.
start this, these things aren't changing. And I think that that's like, we haven't seen it yet because everybody's shocked, but I think it's going to start shocking even Tifosi of like the change of diversity and inclusion and all these things when he steps in 2025 for the good. Like it needs to happen,
Exactly.
but it's gonna shake a lot of people, and
It
I'm
is.
here for that.
I'm so here for that as well. But do you know what else he's going to shake up? The fashion. Lewis
Oh my God,
is gonna
yes.
bring out Charles's inner fashionista, and I cannot wait to
Yes.
see it because we all know. I firmly am a believer of this that Charles Leclerc has great style. He just doesn't know how to style it. And so Lewis is
Yes.
going to bring that out in
Mm-hmm.
him, and we're going to have the best driver face
Yes.
cards, number one,
Oh my
and the best
God.
fashion on the
The
grid,
money
number
they're gonna
two.
make on marketing and advertising.
Oh, yeah. All my money,
Over that
take
hundred
it.
million
Take
dollars,
it.
honey.
Exactly. Oh my God. I cannot wait.
But also, you know that Lewis picks like runway outfits, right? From designers. Like most of it's like off the
Yes.
runway or ready to
Mm-hmm.
wear. I 100% want to see Lewis take Charles under his wing, and they come out in like a runway look, like both of them from the same designer, but also fitting their own personalities, like
Yes.
styling it in their own way. It would be like a real runway show. Like,
Do you
and
want
it
my
would
head to
highlight
implode on the
designers.
podcast?
Yes, yes. But
How are
it
you
would
making me
highlight the
imagine this?
designers so well. Could you imagine like diversity, minority designers and all the stuff that he does? But
Yes.
now
Yes.
Leclerc's wearing it and they're wearing it together. It'll be a literal fashion show.
I would
Maybe they just wear
die.
the same designer like all weekend, and it's just different outfits from their collections, and they're just like a walking billboard. I feel like that's a thing, guys. You can make a lot of money doing that.
I cannot wait.
But
I cannot wait.
oh my God. I also think like back to last year when we saw Charles wear like wide leg jeans and he started like being a little more fashion forward. And I was like, is that when he got his first hint that Lewis was going to be his teammate? Because he like transitioned very, like it was like a small, like
Mm-hmm.
quiet transition.
Yeah.
And it would have been a hard transition if he would have not done that. And now he's like full on fashion, Fashion
Fashion
Nova,
boy.
Fashion
And we
Diva.
love to see it.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that was his soft launch into fashion because he was like, listen, I know Lewis is about to be my teammate, and that man does whatever he wants. And if he's going to be able to wear what he wants, I'm going to start just putting the little feelers out so that I too can have my chance. Because I know, Charlie, I know you want to express yourself, and I cannot wait to see it. Okay? I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Also, he signed with CAA this year or last
They're
year as
both
well.
with the same agency. They're both with the same agency.
And it happened like over the summer, like in the
Yes.
later part of the year, because it was during like the USA like time, because he was in LA
Around
and I
Las Vegas.
saw like all this. Yeah. So I feel like it was all just there and we didn't see it. Just like that beer company, I can't think of the name of it, who
Peroni?
posted that signed the day. Yes.
Yes.
Did you see the little 44? I'm like, is that real or did you guys stage that? Somebody Photoshop?
My mind was blown.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you. I was like, oh my God, there's
They
no
knew.
way that they're posting this 2 days before this news gets leaked, because it was definitely leaked, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Definitely, like 2 days before it gets leaked, and you have all this Ferrari merchandise and a little 44 Ferrari.
44.
You're not telling me that nobody knew.
And
Crazy.
that's the thing. Like I saw a TikTok and somebody did a deep dive on the 44 during that era of like that car, and that driver was having like a battle or something with someone with a car 55. And I don't know all the details because my brain is like exploding. But when I saw that, I was like,
No
what
way.
is this? Is this real? Is there a story behind this? But I do have it saved and I can like reshare it so you guys can see it. But yeah, I was like, I watched it, but also my mind was exploding. So like I didn't actually absorb what I was watching, but that's very interesting too. So was it just like the universe manifesting, somebody linking it, and they were just sharing like that information? But also, who leaked it? Who leaked it? Because Nicholas Hamilton said that his brother texted him and said, hey, can you speak? And they like missed pass like the night before. And then in the morning, he was like, hey, I need to speak to you. And he's like, I'll speak to you after, because Nicholas was going to give a speech. And he's like, no, I need to speak with you. It's very important. And told him, you know, obviously, like, don't be in a room with anyone, and said, hey, in 2025, I'm driving for Ferrari. So that's how he found out. You know that that's not how he was going to tell his family.
Yeah.
Like, he would have, like, sat down and had a conversation with them. There's no way I'd be like, yo, bro, I'm going to Ferrari in 2025. All right, cool. Have a good speech. Never happened. So I was just like, oh, who leaked it? Who
Literally, because we know for a sneaky little fact that Lewis actually called the team, like he wanted to be with the team, like he'd set up a date with them, and then you know he was going to break to them then, but then lo and behold, here we are.
It all happened. So who did it? Was it just like I feel like it was probably someone in Ferrari.
Somebody got a little bit too excited.
Like maybe Carlos's team, maybe someone on his team, because he obviously knows like something's up.
Yeah.
And maybe he pressed them really hard. Who knows? Maybe.
That is a good theory. Okay, I am picking up what you are putting down.
I really, sorry, not to translate. I feel like there's red lipstick area. Like, ladies, please tell me, how do you deal with this as a chapstick girl? This is almost struggle bus over here.
But you're slaying. We love it. We love. Doesn't she look good in red, everybody? Doesn't she look good as a 1644 girly? We love to see it. We both look good in red, so this is just going to be great. Think about the merch we're going to get. Think about the merch that we are going to get.
Think about the face guards we're going to get every day. Can you imagine like the thirst traps coming out?
Because when Ferrari mess up, we all know what they give us. A good old-fashioned thirst trap.
Yeah.
Oh,
ice baths.
Icons. And you know what? I have something to say. All the Easter eggs from last year, all the signs were there. Perhaps not Carlos signs in 2025, but the signs were there.
Are you a comedian? Because I know you're a scientist, but you should be a comedian.
I love to make you guys laugh. I'm sorry, Carlos, at your expense. But we have to talk about the Easter eggs from last year. I mean, when Lewis made Charles pose for the photo, I died at all those moments. Like, all those 1644 moments had me in a chokehold. And now to know that they are going to be teammates, and to think about the fact that I'm going to get that every single week, I don't know how I'm alive right now. Like, it
I
literally
don't,
feels like you're talking to my ghost.
I feel like that was the biggest sign from the universe this day. Like, we're doing the right thing. And also, I feel like as a fashion girl, I'm going to make some merch for us to like transition. I feel like I want to like make like 44, sort of like Travis Kelce's mom wore like her gear
Yes.
for both of her
Uh-huh.
sons at the Super Bowl. Yes. I feel like I want to make that. Like, I was
I
closing my
love that.
eyes for my nap and I was like, ooh, that could be really, really nice.
Look at
Like
you putting all
almost,
these things together.
I mean,
I
I
love
was
to
about to
see
drop
it.
some of the ideas, but then I was like, people are going to steal my ideas. Not that I care, guys, but also if you have ideas, send us. We want to
Send
put
them
merch. We want
our
to put
way.
like your art on our merch and then give you proceeds from what sells. So if you have some really cool designs for this, like send it to us. Please.
Exactly.
Also, we need the bingo cards
We
because
need
we
you to
missed.
do your bingo cards because look at how crazy the season is
Yes.
already. Fill those
Yes.
cards out, okay? Because there's some whack shit that's, I shouldn't say shit, but there's some whack stuff
It's our
that is going
podcast.
to
We
be
can do what we want.
happening this year, okay? I can already tell you because you know
Yes.
how I say in
Silly
my
season,
beginner's
all
guide,
season.
literally, I say in my beginner's guide, do not get attached to these teams because it'll change like wildfire, okay? So take my advice and just think outside the
Yes.
box because we want
Yeah.
the most unhinged predictions, okay?
Yes. Because this, why I'm wearing this, is the most unhinged thing that could possibly happen in my lifetime. Because I never thought I would
Absolutely
be a
same.
Ferrari fan.
It's
Like,
everything to me.
what?
Never.
So, and also, is Alonso going to Mercedes? I don't know. I heard that rumor. I also heard Alex was going there. But then I also heard that Alex has a 3-year deal with Red Bull.
Red Bull.
But then,
This is the
but then,
thing.
did you see that Sebastian Vettel was posting all this
Yes.
Red Bull stuff
The
and
number
then
10
10
stuff.
ready for next season. Next season, we are in the season now. So are you talking about this season starting like in a couple months or like the next season?
I
Like
don't
what
know.
is happening? It is
See,
going
see
to be
what we're
insane.
saying, guys?
And then we have
Do your
Carlos.
bingo
Where's
cards.
Carlos going? Where's
He's
Carlos
going to be
going?
Ferrari's strategist.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Poor
I'm
guy.
not going to put that on my bingo card, but I am manifesting that.
It'll be a fun time. Plan B, plan K, plan C. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to
No,
get?
it'll just spell out his name. We're going to start with C, then we'll go with A, then we'll go with R, then we'll go
People will be like, what is going on? What sort of alphabet is this? I love it. I can't wait. But speaking of who's going to get that Mercedes seat, my mind, because remember last podcast episode, I was like, I want Alex Albon at Ferrari. Now what am I going to do?
Wrong.
I'm predicting that he's going to go to Mercedes. I want him in that Mercedes seat because there is
Yeah.
no way I will let Alex Albon go to Red Bull. I will drag him from there myself, just like I'm going to drag Bono to Ferrari. Like, Alex Albon, you are going to Mercedes, okay? You hear me right now. You're not going back there.
But what if Alonso goes?
Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Because I kind of spoke to a little birdie at Aston and asked him, like, what's this Mercedes Alonso stuff? And I was
Okay.
like, is it happening? He goes, it seems like it. And I'm like,
Gasp.
sir,
Okay.
okay. But
It's all just
I do want
happening.
Alex at Mercedes. I think that him and George
Yes.
Russell are friends. They grew up together.
Besties
They're
for life.
buddies. I think it'll be a great like competition between them. Who's the number one driver?
Yes.
Because if I had to choose, I'd say Alex is a better driver
I would also say that.
George.
I would 100%
And so
agree.
that could you imagine like that tension of like best friends? Is this like Nico
Mercedes all over again. Oh my
right?
God.
That's what I'm feeling like that would be. So maybe that might not go down because Alonso will go there because of that. But Alex isn't staying at Williams anymore than this year. He's leaving.
And I wanted him
So,
to develop with them more, but I think his time has
yeah.
come. The time is now, Alex Albon.
Yes.
Make your name great
Yes.
again. We want to see it. We want to see it.
I'm like, wait. Even Australians know that line. I was like, wait, what
Where do I
universe am I
know
in?
this from?
As you know, that's very traumatic for me living here in the US.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm from
But
West
honestly,
Virginia. You guys might not know what that means, but like, it means everyone's a Trump fan in my family.
You know what? It's okay because Alex Albon, he's gonna slay. We don't have to worry about Trump
Yes,
interfering in this.
100%. That's true. 100%. So fill out your bingo cards. Let's go back to that because we went on a tangent because we need to know what you guys think. Please download them from our little link page in our bio because we want to have your email so we can contact all of you. And when we see your pages or see your bingo cards and tag us because we're going to have some of the most unhinged people probably on this podcast.
Exactly.
Hopefully they're kind like us and just like to have a good time, but who knows because we've never met you.
And we'll find out, but please be kind to us. We're nice people.
Exactly. So please fill them out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also you're going to get free merch. I decided free side merch. We'll make it happen. We've got at least like 9 months to make it happen. And I will be somewhere tomorrow,
Yes,
which will already have happened. Once you see this, I'll share that with you. You'll probably know that before you actually see this because
a little something.
Exactly.
We love it.
So,
we love it. And we love you guys. I think what we should get into, because I have not stopped laughing since yesterday, some of our favorite memes, because the memes to have come out of this situation have just been too much. I don't know how you people are so funny, but I love it. My favorite one.
You are hilarious, honey.
I don't mean like them though. Like you and your meme of us trying to launch our podcast, like in the pool, like the little girl in the pool trying to keep her head afloat. Fred Vasseur holding on to Lewis Hamilton, being like, "Yay!" And then just Andretti at the bottom drowning. Hilarious. I loved that one.
I know.
So much.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, that one's good. But then I saw the bus and where like, oh, look at our podcast we're launching. And then it's like Lewis Hamilton runs through our podcast and destroys it with his news. Like,
we forgive you, Lewis.
No one.
But you got to be on the podcast, okay? You got to be on the podcast to make up for it. Can't just steal our thunder like that. But we still love you.
We picked you as our number one. You are our number one on our first podcast. We said our best guest, and like I feel like you manifested it in your life because you decided to announce on our debut episode.
Exactly. It was meant to be. All the signs are aligning. It all makes sense.
Okay, so like this is the one that probably made me laugh the most because it's from our favorite driver besides Lewis and Charles. It was Oscar saying, "Just went for a run. Have I missed anything?"
So funny. That was gold, Oscar. People don't think he's funny or has a sense of humor, but he does. Look at that.
He's
and Lando's
so funny.
response.
He's so funny. It was just him, like a picture of him, like, holy shit, what just happened? That was good.
I just love them.
And then there's like the one that I'm afraid to turn off my phone for a second. We're going to see Fernando is going to replace Lewis at Mercedes and Yuki is going to Aston Martin. I was like, that would not be on my bingo card, but is that on yours?
Wouldn't be on mine. But would it be on yours? Exactly.
And this is an exact representation of me. It says 99% of Mercedes fans right now. And it's Bart Simpson going into the bushes with his Mercedes hat and then coming back out with a Ferrari hat. I gotta say, it kind of is me right now. Like, I literally hands down.
I love that.
I was like,
oh my goodness,
that's me. And then we all begged for the silly season. I take it back. We all take it back. Stop silly season. Enough. I'm done.
Stop, please. Literally, yesterday felt like it was a year long. It truly felt.
It did. I have a hangover. I have a hangover. I was like, did it happen yesterday? Is it still happening? Like, definitely a hangover.
Who knows?
This one.
What's time?
This one is 100% me too, and I laughed really hard out loud. So this one says, I guess I should say who posts these too. Is this like a thing? Chess says, I guess. You don't understand. I've spent the past 2 years saying it could be worse. We could be a Ferrari. Now we are a Ferrari. I'm not even kidding you. That's how I felt. I was like,
Some of us were already here.
therapy is very expensive in the US.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for a husband outside the US with good health care.
And also your therapist, cha-ching. Cha-ching.
Yeah, loaded. And
Just
then
like
this one
Charles.
is right. Yes. And now Lewis.
Yeah.
Maybe the 1644 girlies, girl boss, too close to the sun. Honey, it happened.
We
It
did.
happened 100%.
We did. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. But listen, we had to do what
She's
we
not
had to
sorry.
do.
She's
And
not sorry.
I'm not sorry. You're right. I'm not. I'm the happiest. I'm the happiest girl
She tried to
alive right now.
convince me to be a 1644 girly, and I was like, no, I'm 44 only. And well,
Here we
apparently I'm
are.
1644 now.
1644
Exactly.
for life.
And then this one says from, oh, funny enough, KC says, does Lewis know he's going to Ferrari?
Literally, does he?
My thought. Does he?
Literally,
Yeah.
when the rumors first broke, everyone was like, but does Lewis know? Correct. He did know.
Yeah, he knew. And this is Val. He says, I don't think F1 can handle 2 cults in one team.
As somebody who is part of both cults. Big facts. Big facts.
I made a joke. I was like, there's going to be a shortage on red dye because
I love that.
I was like, you think inflation is bad now for red dye? Wait until we get red.
Literally. We're going to have to take all our hats down and like unstitch the logos, dye it all red.
I'm just like, thank God I got old school merch. I'll just put a temporary patch so I don't ruin it. But on the back, a big 44. There's something on the back. I think it's a Ferrari. I don't know what's on my back.
Like a logo?
I don't know. I have so many. What's on my back?
Oh, it's all 3 logos. We love.
Oh, okay.
We love
that. Okay, I'll put 4. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very light and airy, and it's so different from what they wear now. They wear like dry fit stuff.
Yeah.
And I have a few things that they wear. I got a few gifts. This is so different. Like I couldn't imagine wearing something like this at like Singapore, sweating through this. This would be disgusting.
No.
Yeah. Not good. Also, this one is so good. The picture of Lewis where everybody, I don't know if you saw it, where Lewis didn't look happy in the car, the W
yes.
15, and this one says, this is Nini, says, you think he stepped into this car and decided to call Ferrari back.
Literally, he got into that W15 and was like, ciao everybody, I gotta go. Forza Ferrari. I'll see you next year. Bye.
I feel like he had his phone and he was like, he was looking and he was like, nope. And he just texted Fred like, yo, we need to talk.
We need to talk immediately.
Oh, and this is great. Andrea, he says, Lewis, okay, guys, it's hammer time. And then the Ferrari engineers are hammering the car.
I love that. Just like, I would not put it past, neither of us would put it past the Ferrari engineers to do that.
It's hammer time. Hammer time? I don't know what that means.
Somebody bring me the hammer.
Hammer. And you mentioned this one earlier, the one where Red Bull said, well, emergency podcast. And it's like
literally Charles, what we're doing right now. Emergency podcast time. Because Lewis, you done did it.
Exactly.
You done did it.
Yes. You bumped a guest because we were supposed to have a fabulous guest for our episode 2, but obviously she'll be here next week. And I know that she will understand.
She gets it.
We hope so.
No, she definitely gets it. I've seen her postings.
Yes. And then Ethan 4 says, I'd pay a lot to read the text between Lando and Oscar right now. I can't lie. I think all of us would like to just read the text between everybody. Like, there's a group text. There were group texts that certain people were in that got removed, or like new ones started. Like, oh, like what's going on?
Literally, what's going on?
Right? I think you made a video, right? On
Yeah,
TikTok like that. That's
I was
amazing.
scared.
This one's for you. Oh, I kind of
Oh,
spit. Ew. This one's for you. For people who are confused right now, this is the Formula One equivalent of Zayn leaving One Direction. And I thought, this one's for Kimmy.
firstly, I love that you thought of me. But secondly, this was so different to my experience of Zayn Malik leaving the band, because when Zayn Malik left One Direction, I found out just before I went to university for the day, and I had to leave
Hmm.
uni early because I needed to go home and cry. Like, I was sitting in my bed crying the whole day. Perhaps this tweet is for the Carlos girlies. They're who I
How old are
really
you?
feel for. I'm 27, and Zayn
No,
left
I
One
mean like
Direction
how
when I was
how old were you?
17.
Oh my God.
I was
Okay,
17 years
okay.
old. My brother
I
had to
was
come
like,
into
it
the
makes sense
room,
why you
give
cried.
me a hug, because he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No." So I feel very differently about this, because when I heard that Lewis was moving to Ferrari, this was me. I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I'm having the time of my life."
So it's happy tears,
16.4,
not cry,
rise
not
up.
sad tears.
Not sad tears, happy tears for sure.
Oh, this was me. This was someone made like, the little stick guy that like hits things like, come
Oh,
on,
yes.
come on. And it's just Ferrari, Mercedes, and Formula One. Like, come on, do something.
Do
That's what it
something.
says. And it's like, no, for real. Like, is this really happening? That was me. That was all of us refreshing.
Absolutely.
And then somebody retweeted Carlos's tweet from 2017 that said, "I'm free. Worst experience of my fucking life."
I love that one. I love that one so much. I love it.
hmm And then there
Freedom,
was
sweet freedom.
yes, and then there's Alto, and she wrote, "Only one man is able to stop this transfer," and it's just George Russell with his meme from
We love to
last
see
year.
it. I love it.
We had to get
That's
that
gold.
meme in one more time,
One more time.
and then it's just this is might be my favorite one, and it's this F1 community. After the confirmation of Lewis going to Ferrari, and it's Lewis with his cup. Can you see that? Interesting. I actually
16.
remember that what do you call it? Press conference, and I was like, this guy is so unbothered. Maybe that's
I
what
love
they
it.
were like.
My favorite
Oh,
person in the whole
Mercedes? I
entire
got
world.
somewhere else to go. For real. So
Exactly.
those were my favorite, and then I think that's
I had a
that's
favorite
all of
one.
them. Yes, we
My
need to
favorite
know yours. What is
was
yours?
the one of Bart Simpson and Milhouse going into the cave with their little flashlights. And it's like Charles showing Lewis around Maranello, and it's Milhouse saying to Bart, "This is where I come to cry." And I'm like, I loved that one.
Facts. That one's too close to real life though, right? Like it's like
Too close to home. But you know what? Like Sylvia told Sebastian Vettel and Charles, maybe sometimes just give each other a little kiss so that people think you like each other. I think I would like to see that from Lewis and Charles. Just give each other a little mwah. Sometimes be like, we love each other. We're here to
I think
stay.
that's gonna happen
And none
though.
of you are
I
going to
think
bring us
that's gonna
down.
happen.
Oh,
Because I think
absolutely.
right now that Lewis is at the age of like dad age, right? Like mentoring. I feel like there's going to be a hug and a little kiss on the head at some point.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I think it's going to happen.
And I
It's
will
going to happen.
collapse. I will simply collapse. What else am I to do? What else is a
Yes.
girl to do?
Yes.
This is all my aesthetics coming into one. I'm now one fully blended person.
I know. Like, and now I'm like trying to morph into this person that I never thought I would be. But at least I have a year, right? It's a year
Exactly.
of growing and buying vintage merch because we like to recycle and not
Exactly.
waste, the universe. More
We're all about
plastic,
it.
right? This is
But
cotton.
yeah.
This is 100% cotton. 100%.
Oh yeah, we love that. Breathable material. We love.
I'm going to need to breathe because I'm going to be stressing out the whole fucking
Hyperventilating.
time.
Hyperventilating all the time. All the time. Welcome to my life.
Yes.
This is what it's like.
I just can't wait until we get the first drop of like advertising of those two together.
Oh yes.
Like
I
all
cannot
I
wait.
picture is like Lewis And Charles in that pose where Charles is like in that leather jacket with the black background, but like both of them just kind of standing there
Oh,
together, really cool,
yeah.
like stuff like that. Just
Love.
effortlessly beautiful. Because
Oh,
these
yeah.
two men, like we can say they're beautiful and we
Oh,
can say
yeah.
other guys, other drivers are beautiful. These are the two most beautiful men that I think
The
I've ever
face
seen.
card
Like
is
I've seen both of
unrivaled.
them in person and like up close, and I'm like, you're beautiful. Charles, like not my type,
Absolutely.
and also way too young, but like you're beautiful.
This is going to be me the whole time. Just loving them.
The also part
Heart
that I
eyes.
love this about us is that Lewis and I are pretty much the same age, and you and
Yes.
Charles are both the same age, and it's just all seems like we
It's
should be
fate.
like we all should be
It's all
friends. We
aligning.
all should be
We all
friends.
should be friends. This is the perfect thing because we have said we want to be friends with Lewis and Charles, and this is our perfect opportunity. Yes, we won. We
It's
truly
all
won.
happening. It's all happening. Oh,
But
now we
yeah.
need like we need a podcast with both of them like
Oh
together
yeah.
interviewing.
Oh
That
yeah.
would be amazing. Call
That's
us
my dream.
Ferrari.
I would fly
We're gonna
to
make it
anywhere in the
happen.
world to make
We're
that
making it.
happen.
Listen, it's gonna
Antarctica,
happen
I'll be there.
because if you already manifested this with the first episode, you can definitely manifest all these things. I
Manifesting.
have no doubt
Manifesting.
that your manifesting ability is top notch. So
Me and Fred, baby. We got it. We got to unlock. But yeah,
but
this.
also like I don't know. Go for it.
No.
I'm just.
But also,
I'm
I
just.
don't know.
I'm
'Cause
just shooketh.
we're shooketh. We're
I'm
just
so
shook.
shooketh.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I will never get over this ever.
I know. I feel like we've been texting about this a lot, but also not talking. Like there's still like we had so much more to talk about.
Exactly. We would
It's
be
mind
here
blowing.
forever if we could talk
Yeah.
about this all day. If we had all the free time in the world, we would be here forever.
Especially because we're like, oh, this is gonna be a mini-so, guys, and it's
We've been here for an
we're
hour.
in like, yeah.
Which is probably we should call it quits.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
call
know,
it a
I hate
night
to
because
leave you
it's
guys.
nighttime, and you can
Oh,
you can
yes.
like
I'm gonna
Saturday.
go out,
Go enjoy your
stare at some
Saturday.
photos of Charles and Lewis, preferably together. Because what else do I have to do with my time? Nothing.
And
'Cause I'm a
put
1644
the
girl.
links together.
Exactly.
Come back with a whole full investigation of how it actually went down, Kimmy.
Exactly. I'll do it. I'll write a thesis on it in the meantime as well. That's my job. But yes, once again, do your bingo cards.
Yes,
Click the link.
yes.
Do
Please
the bingo
do your bingo,
cards.
guys. Yes.
And we love you. We love you so much, and thank you for all
Yes.
the love that you've been giving us.
Yes. All the
We cannot
nice
wait
comments.
to give you more.
Yes.
Honestly.
Like I am so overwhelmed, like, and literally speechless and very emotional, like on a very serious note of how lovely all of you have been to us, because it was terrifying for us to do this number one, having never met each other, and we didn't even know if we were going to click and get along, and we did, and we both were like, we love the podcast and the fact that you guys get it. Seriously, it like makes me slightly emotional, I'm not gonna lie, because it was a hard time, like making this and like talking with each other, and the time difference and the dedication that we put into this. So the fact that you guys love it, like, is I'm just, we are so grateful for this opportunity. So to share ourselves and you join us and stuff. Sorry, I just had sorry, I don't
love it.
Put it on a
You could
down
have kept
note,
going,
but like,
and
seriously.
but then I would have started crying.
It made me really emotional to see some of the comments. Like, I was just like, oh my God, or the DMs and the messages from people who don't are like our friends who don't even watch Formula One, where they're just like, you guys have never met. I watched the whole thing, and I was like, you didn't have to. And they were like, multiple people were like, no, I had to watch it. And I was just like, amazing.
We're surrounded by some really amazing people. So shout out to our friends as well for all the support, because you guys, we love you, and we would never be able to do stuff like this if we weren't surrounded by good people. So thank you to our fans, and thank you to our friends. You guys are all making this possible. And my final words are going to be, Goodbye. I love you. And Forza Ferrari.
I can't top that, guys. So I'll see you on the next one.
We love you. Bye.
I love you guys. Bye.